Hey everybody, Adam here for True North Wilds, and this is the, oh geez, is it August already? August unboxing of the RLM Elite Pike box. Simplefishing.ca if you want to check them out. The only subscription box that has a dedicated pike subscription, which I love. Pike are so much fun. They also got walleye, bass, multi-species. Simplefishing.ca, like I said, go check them out. Well worth it. It comes every 2 months. Let's open it up, take a look. So you get the usual sticker, promo information, some contests and stuff, the what's in the box, as well as a little magazine type thing, the Elite Angler, so some little articles, tips and tricks, and such. Diving into the box. Ooh, one thing about the pike box is you always get big lures. That's why I like getting it. So, first off, the Lucky Strike old wooden plug. I like that, the old wooden plug. Good old wooden plug, it's a classic. Definitely a pike lure, that is for sure. Let's take this out here and show you. So this is cool. Lucky Strike, made in Canada. Doesn't have dive depth or anything else on here, but it is strawberry colored, so that's kind of a neat color, really neat color. It's colorful. There's lots of color on it, which I like. For pike, they love color. They love reds and whites and anything flashy, so this is definitely an appropriate pike color. This is a really old style lure. I really like this. It just reminds me of going through my grandpa's tackle box, is what it comes down to. It's got the joint in the middle, so, and because it's solid wood, and you'll hear that, you probably can't hear it right now, but as it flows through the water, you'll hear those pieces of wood click on each other. It's got a nice dive bill. Everything seems pretty solid. It's a nice eye, just an all-around nice lure. The eyes on here are really neat. They kind of bulge out, and it actually looks like they're multiple pieces. So it's a piece of metal, and then there's, I don't know if it's plastic or what, or wood, but the pupil, the black pupil on it actually bulges out a little bit, so that's an interesting feature. Another interesting feature on this one that I'm noticing is the way that the hooks are screwed into the plug itself. They're actually angled back. So when I hold this up, the back one is your normal, just loose, just a regular eyelet. But these ones on the bottom are actually angled back by the way that they're screwed into the plug. So that's interesting. That's really good for pike, because pike like to come from the backside or from the back side of the fish. It's not like a bass where they'll kind of just inhale it head first and they just inhale the whole thing. Bass have that sort of vacuum mouth. Pike are a little different. They like to strike from the sides and from the back and get a hold on it, and then they work it around in their mouth from that point. So hooks angled back, so if you can imagine a fish coming and grabbing it on from the backside, they're more likely to get into those angled hooks, as opposed to, say, a bass, which is going to come more from the front, or a walleye. Walleye tend to go towards the head side, and they will tend to miss those hooks like that. So definitely a pike lure. Very, very happy with that. Another big lure, the Super Cisco, the freshwater Super Cisco from Tackle Industries. So this is chickenpox color, which is, I love the names they come up with. Chickenpox color, and it does have spots on it, although it's not red, so I'm not sold on chickenpox as a name. But as a lure, that is a nice big pike lure. Nice bright color again. Doesn't say the dive depth. It says depending on the amount of line that you have out, this lure can reach depths of up to 20 feet. So pretty aggressive dive, and that's probably why this has such a big steep step down. It's got a rattle. It's got a small sort of high-pitched rattle in there. It just adds to the attractiveness. It's got all these nice spots on it. Bright green color, sort of a bright, you know, chartreuse head, and sort of a more greenish towards the back, and then these spots. Really nice lure, really nice color on it. Definitely will attract some pike. I like the shape, I like the profile, and of course you got nice red hooks and the red bill, giving the effect of a bleeding or a wounded fish. I really like the, it's hard to see it unless you're looking at it at the right angle, but the carving of this lure, the head is more flat and it kind of bulges out a little bit, so it's an interesting shape, it's an interesting profile depending on which angle you're looking at it. So another really nice lure, definitely an appropriate pike lure for sure. Dynamic Lures HD XXL. So this is a minnow colored, minnow shaped crankbait with a custom weight system. It's the lure with different weight options. The lure can be a floater, change to a suspending state, or change to a sinking state. Interesting. So it's 4 3/4 inch, dive depth of 1 to 4 feet with customizable weight. So that's really interesting. I've used Dynamic Lures stuff before. I really like their HD Ice in particular. So this is very, very new to me. I've never had a customizable weight system. So it gives you this little container of ball bearings, and I can see there's a slot here, and I imagine that you just pop this little, oh yeah, so you just pop this little plastic plug up, and then you can put in or out the amount of weights that you want via these ball bearings. So that's really cool. You can make it sinking, floating, or suspending, and with a dive depth of 1 to 4 feet. That's really interesting. The profile is really nice. It's, you know, your bait fish profile and color. This will be a good walleye lure actually. Pike will go after this for sure. Bass for sure as well. And walleye in particular love that black and silver sort of minnow pattern to them. So it's got a lot of flash as well with that holographic foil. All the silver is holographic foil in it, so it's reflecting a lot of light. That'll definitely attract some pike. It's just a really cool lure. I'm really interested to try that. I'm gonna give this a try next time I'm out fishing, and I'll probably use this through the fall walleye season as well, and make it sinking. And for the walleye that are going to be starting to change up their depths, so that's really cool. Yum Baits, Start a Feeding Frenzy, the Money Minnow. I like the name, I like the color. So the Money Minnow, so this is a soft plastic with a paddle tail. Nice big chunky paddle tail. I like these paddle tails that the top of it lines up with the body and majority of the tail is down of the body as opposed to being centered. I don't know why I like it, I tend to like those ones better, so that's pretty cool to see. The money color, the green, with the green sparkles in it, and then sort of that white body. So again, you got that bait fish pattern with a little bit darker on top and then the lighter body. It's got sort of a thin plastic strand through the middle here of holographic or reflective something or other, but just one, and it goes sort of through, so that adds just a little bit of character into it as you look at it from different angles. It gives that just a very subtle flash. The eyes are nice, the sparkles are nice, feels like a good chunky plastic. It's not hollow, it's solid. It's got the belly gap for hooking up weedless, or hooking up your wide gap hooks a little easier. Yeah, it's nice. It's scented. It does have a scent. It doesn't say anything about what the scent is, but it definitely has that yum scent. So yeah, nice lure. I'll definitely make use of that. Plastics all around are just a good multi-species lure. This is a good size for pike. I'll get some good eater size pike out of this. I'll probably use this for walleye too, just because it's a good size for walleye going into the fall as well. So nothing wrong with that. I am looking forward to trying those. So of course we get some hooks, which is always nice. Mustad, octopus size 1, barbless. I didn't know that you could actually find anything that actually comes barbless. Here in Manitoba, all of our hooks have to be barbless, which I like. I never use barbs even when I go other places, and I can use barbs. I hate using barbs. So that is awesome. Anyway, last but not least, the Excite Baits Shad Nasty Chartreuse. Shad Nasty Chartreuse. Some more soft plastics. Excite Baits makes some nice stuff. I've got quite a few plastics from them, and they tend to work quite well. Nothing really for scent on there, just smells like plastic. But I love the bright colors. Bright colors seems to be a theme of this box. And again, that drop down paddle tail, which I like. It's a little bit on the thinner side, this one, so it'll be a lot more fluttery in the water as opposed to the Yum Baits, which will be a lot more of a chunky side to side. So different applications. Each of these will be useful in their own way. It's nice to have the variety. Nice blue color on the top. It's got a lot of sparkle in it if you look closely. They're very fine sparkles. There's no big flakes that you can actually see, but there's a lot of little tiny points of light as you rotate it. So it's really nicely colored, nice profile, good all-around multi-species lure. This will be good for bass, pike, walleye. Just an all-around good soft plastic. Nothing wrong with that. I'm looking forward to throwing that. This is the size of soft plastic that I would typically just throw a ball head jig on, and just put the hook out the back and just cast and retrieve all over the place, and usually I do pretty well with that style, so I'll put that to good use for sure. That's it. That's the box for August, and like I said, it seems like bright colors is a theme for this box. Everything is flashy, everything is brightly colored or has bright sparkles or has some sort of flash in it. I love getting barbless hooks in the package, even though it's just a pack of hooks. It's not anything to get super excited about, but it's nice to see barbless. I really like the bright colors of everything in here, and just the crazy patterns on them and the spots. I really like this customizable weight system. I've never used anything like that, and I'm looking forward to seeing how well that actually works. So all in all, it's a great box. It's a very appropriate pike box, as usual, from Simple Fishing. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of it. If you like the bright colors as much as I do. You can check them out, again, simplefishing.ca. They got all kinds of stuff there for different species. You can use promo code TrueNorth if you like what you see there and get a 15% discount on your first subscription. Don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/TrueNorthWilds, on Instagram @TrueNorthWilds, and our blog site, TrueNorthWilds.com. Hit those buttons down there, like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot for the channel. As usual, thanks for watching, and until next time, I will see you outside.